Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video, we'll be taking a look at the global meta Eira and the PTR meta Eira. So as I mentioned the previous video, the meta Eira could have changes because it's just test server, it's not the final version. And then today when the global updated, yes, meta Eira damage actually got a balance adjustment. Alright, because it's not until global server yet, so it's not considered as a nerf, but it's a nerf through test server to global server. Alright, so the stats wise, everything is the same. They did not touch the stats, they did not touch the reso as well. You can take a look here. The R2 effect is the same, the R4 effect is the same as well. Okay, then R6 effect is also the same, but the only changes is the S3. So if we take a look at the S3 here, this ability can be cast while Secondo is active. It's still the same, just that they make it more tidy now, easier to read. Attack all enemy 200% at max stack of cadence. In PvP, the attack now ignores defense. And PvE is all ally assist with their basic ability. But meanwhile, if we take a look at the test server here, the test server one have ignored defense and deals up to additional 300% extra damage to the enemy with higher max HP. So this part, they actually removed it. So the previous one, I made a video about the meta Eira, like one-shotting the whole team at R0D0, which is too OP, right? Too power creep. So they actually changed that. Like they removed the plus 300% because the previously, based on what I asked the support, the Dislyte support, they did mention that they accidentally put like the 200% times 300% damage. So that's why at R0D0 at test server is dealing like this high damage, right? So after they change it, now we're gonna compare like how big the damage difference is, because previously that I'm showing is R0D0 can one-shotting enemy which is R6D6, which is in reality it shouldn't happen, right? So now I think after they change it, it should be a lot more balanced. So let me make them in an equal level and also the ascension, so we have a better look. Alright, so now we're gonna make a test here. So I'm gonna use Clara as the AP pusher in this team, and then you can see the official meta Eira and the test server meta Eira. I'm using the exact same attack, exact same crit rate, and exact same crit damage, and then we can have a very clear comparison between their damage. Oh, I need to also skill up my meta Eira first. Alright, so let's take a look here. So this is the meta Eira I'm gonna use in the PvP content. I try to make them as close as possible, which you can see here. The attack stats is, mine is slightly lower by like 7 attack, but it's fine. Mine is faster, but it doesn't matter because we're just gonna test out her damage. I made both of them 100% crit rate, and my crit damage is slightly higher than the meta Eira. So in terms of damage, it shouldn't be that much of difference because their stats is pretty close. But later I'm gonna test her in PvP, like how big is the difference. The difference won't be that big because no, the difference is gonna be big, but you can see the outcome is still pretty close, because at the test server meta Eira S3 is actually an overload damage. Like it's too high, too many damage that is actually kinda wasted in a way, while Eira after the balance is actually more, it's still OP, but it's still more balanced. So it's actually still able to one-shot people, but not like ridiculously way, because in test server meta Eira can do 1.2 million damage, which is actually crazy. Alright, so let's take a look at the showcase. Alright, so it's actually pretty tough for me to have one very good example showcase. So the one that I'm showing here is Wuyu team, and the one that is PTR server is also Wuyu team. Alright, so now both of the meta Eira here, they have the max stack of cadence. So their damage here can totally ignore the defense, but we can slightly have a comparison. It's not going to be very accurate, but we can have a very simple comparison. Like if we have both at max stack, when we cast S3, we can have an idea like how the damage goes. So obviously this damage here at the PTR server, it will be higher damage because the meta Eira here have 300% extra, while the normal meta Eira at my case here is only pure 240%. Alright, now let's take a look here. S3. Alright. Alright, so you can see the damage difference is still pretty obvious, but my meta Eira here, because it's unlike Nathaniel, my meta Eira here, I'm actually able to spam my S3. Right, so let's say I buff up and then I just cast S1. I have max stack, cast another S1. I'll cool down very fast. Right, S1 again. Okay, one more S1. Then I have back my S3. Then you can take a look at the S3 here. That it will be a very consistent nuke damage. Right now, I finally able to kill you. So even at R0, D0 at the live server, without the buff, without the 300%, the previous non-meta Eira buff, you can still see that the damage I'm able to do is still very high. Alright, so even the nerf, I think the nerf is needed because it kind of balances out how meta Eira does the damage. Alright, because previously at the test server when I made the video, meta Eira is dealing 1.2 million, and now it looks a lot more balanced because it can only do 160 million, but it's still a very high damage. Consider this is just a R0, D0 meta Eira. Alright, so that's all for this video. I hope this video actually let you guys know how meta Eira works now after the nerf. So even though the nerf, I would still say she's still a monster, because if you make her higher reso, higher divinate as well, the nuke it will go even higher, and now it's just level 60. Imagine her going until level 70 as well. Alright, hope you guys enjoy the video and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is JenMP, Skyelk, thank you so much for your support. And for the supporter or patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwalks, Rimu, Choni, Antonio Winterspoon, Craigrin, Calamity, Rocco Senzions, Jordan Alons, thank you so much for your support. Special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest tag. Thank you so much for Code Wardeners, Calamity, Agni, Love Fatima, Fatima Little Underwear, Bloods, Riku Fred, Choni. Thank you so much for your support.